You got the apocrypha on your phone?
No, I
You
ain't
got
got
that
that. And I didn't bring mine. Some of you always get one posted up here.
I usually do, but it's just, all right. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Put all questions and comments in the chat. We're going to start class in about 5 minutes. Can you check and see if the Facebook and the Facebook and the YouTube is live? I think it is, but it's not sure.
My grandma's son.
Oh, that old man walk.
Yeah, I can see it.
Both of them?
You got your head down. Yeah. Put all questions and comments in the chat.
Oh, there we go. Again, put all questions and comments in the chat. We're going to be going over the curses today. Let's see. All right, so you said both of them rocking out there? You said both of them swap?
Yeah.
All right. You see it? Good. All right. High Christ. All right, let's clap it up for the Most High. Get this thing started. Yes, sir. We are the most, we are the ISUPK out of 1 West, 125th Street, under commanding General Yohana. We teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans their truth according to the Bible, history, archaeology, and anything else you may need. If you want to know anything about the black heritage, the black history, where we come from, who we are, our purpose, your purpose in life, why the Lord made you, any of these things, why you go through the struggles, anything, you come to the ISUPK and I guarantee you will get a valid answer. You understand? That's what we're here for, to help our people understand this thing we call life. And today, we're going to be getting into why life may be a struggle for some of our people. Why depression is. Why do we have diseases? Why do we have low-income jobs, black-on-black violence, single-parent homes, all the struggles in our community that hit us harder than any other community. We're going to see why does it happen with us so much. You understand? So with that, let's go to Deuteronomy 30. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 30. Start at verse 15.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day,
right,
life and good and death and evil.
Life and good, death and evil. The Lord set before us life, which is good, death and evil. Now, where can we find the breakdowns of all this at? Well, we know it's in Deuteronomy 28. You understand? This is where you're going to find the blessings and the curses. Let's get a little bit more on that. Go to verse 19.
This is verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
You understand? This is how real it was when we went into this covenant with the Most High God, man. The heavens and the earth it recorded this day that we said, yeah, Khan Adawan Khan, we will do what you have put forth before us. We will not only listen, but obey the laws you give us. You understand? Heaven and earth recorded this matter. And that's the beginning of understanding why we struggle today. Hey, read.
That I have set before you life and death.
See, there we go again. Life and death. Read.
Blessings and cursings.
Blessing and cursing. You understand? You do right, you're going to get blessed. You do wrong, you're going to get curses. It's really that simple. We're going to get into it. Guys, go ahead. Keep reading. Matter of fact, keep reading.
Therefore, choose life.
Choose what?
Life.
Choose life, man. And that's what the UPK represents. How to choose life. You understand? It's not the easiest road, but that's what you need to do as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American. If you want to fix your community, if you want to fix your household, if you want to see your kids come up to live and understand better than you ever did, you have to choose life. And guess what? Most of us have failed and we have chosen death. We choose to be strippers. We choose to sell drugs. We choose to kill our people. We choose to kill brothers and sisters. We choose to raise our kids up thinking, little girls think it's okay to dress half naked. Little boys think it's okay that they up there twerking along with mommy. And come on now. We choosing life. We're choosing death. We're literally saying, Lord, I'm ready for you to take me whenever you're ready, because I'm going to keep doing this stupid, silly shit. Every time we do this, we are literally shaming the Most High God, because he chose us and called us to be better than everybody else. That's our true duty on this earth. But we have to learn how. And today we're going to get the understanding of why we go through what we go through for the choices we made. Go ahead and finish this up.
That both thou and thy seed may live.
See, and that's the whole purpose of this. See, this ain't just us. This ain't just about me. I'm choosing life because not only me, but I want my seed and my seeds and they seeds to have life abundantly. That's why I have to choose life. It's no longer about me anymore. I'm nothing. You understand? My life is, well, Lord will, only a third over with. But it's for that the future, man. It's for the kids. And we're going to get an understanding on that today. So if you could, give me Baruch 4:1. Baruch 4:1. That's in the Apocrypha for anybody listening. Again, if you got any questions or comments or concerns, put them in the chat. We'll answer your questions. You understand? Don't be afraid to ask anything, man. This is what we do this for. We're going to get this today. We're going to learn. Today, we're going to learn, guess what? COVID's in the Bible. You understand? Malaria is in the Bible. What? STDs are in the Bible. You understand? Yeah, your herpes. What else they got? STD. I don't know. AIDS, all that. It's in the Bible. Yeah, it's in there. I know you've never seen it before, but today you're going to find out all that is in the Bible. Single parent homes is in the Bible. Baby mama, baby daddy fighting in the Bible. Black on black violence in the Bible. High blood pressure, diabetes in the Bible. It's all there. We're going to get it today. Where we at? Go ahead. Baruch 4:1.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
This is the book of commandments of God.
This is what?
The book of commandments of God.
Understand, when you read the Bible, you're reading the book of commandments of God. Anything God says do, you do it. It's really that simple. That's what this thing is about. God wants total obedience. He wants us to be subservient unto him. And it should be an honor for you to do that. Why? Because you've been so subservient unto your oppressor for all your life. For generation after generation, just serving the oppressor, making him rich, making his world great while you suffer through it. Would you not like to reap some type of benefit for your servitude? Well, then serve the right God and stop serving the wicked one. You understand? Go ahead. Read that from the top.
This is the book of the commandments of God,
right?
And the law that endureth forever.
Hold on. How long that law endure?
Forever.
As long as I feel like it.
Forever.
If my mood change.
Forever.
But I didn't see this happening today.
Forever.
Well, it's a new year, new me.
Forever.
You understand that? The law of the Lord endure forever. It's not about how we feel. Our emotions do not play a role in how God planned this world to go. You're allowed to have an emotion. I'm not saying you can't. Just know it's irrelevant. So you just need to work on getting over it. That's all. That's all. You can have all the emotions you want. Do you? You just can't make that a reality. The reality is you have a duty to obey the Most High God, no matter how stressed, depressed, upset, mad, angry, sad, whatever. You have a duty to the Most High God to obey him, man. And that's the duty of every Black, Hispanic, and Native American, man. We are not supposed to be up here saying, well, today I just wasn't feeling. God didn't ask how we felt when he wrote this. He say, well, how do you feel about this law here? He didn't do that. Honestly, if God cared about how we felt, we wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't even have the opportunity to be American that you love so much. You wouldn't have been able to celebrate your favorite birthday, Christmas, and all that. Because guess what? He would have said, you know what? I'm not going to make y'all slaves. I understand it was stress. It was so much going on. You had to run from the Romans to Africa. I understood that. I mean, good Lord. How could anybody obey anything under those circumstances? He didn't. He didn't do that at all. You understand? And this is why you got to understand his law endure forever, man. Go ahead, read that.
The law that endureth forever, and all they that keep it shall come to life.
Now, all they that do what?
Keep it shall come to life.
Now, they that keep it, meaning understand it, learn it, do it, you can come to life. You want to pull that chair out or get another one, you can't. Go ahead. All they that keep it, you come to life. What else does it say? Let's see what else it says.
But such as leave it shall die.
Shall what?
Shall die.
Such as leave it shall die. That's where your high blood pressure, your diabetes, car wrecks out of nowhere, AIDS, all that comes into play. We die at a high rate, not because we did anything worse than anybody else. We die at a high rate because we were told to uphold the laws of God, and we failed him. So therefore, we die at a higher rate than anybody else for the same actions. No different than if your child goes into a store with three other boys and they steal something. Hey, of course the other boys shouldn't have did it, but who's getting the butt whooping from you? They all did the exact same thing, but only one of those kids is getting that butt whooping from you. And it's the exact same logic, exact same understanding. We gotta learn the hard way because we were giving a law to uphold and we didn't do it. And we still don't do it to this day. Don't get me wrong, that's not, we ain't even got to the AIDS and all that yet. That's just the end result is AIDS and things. We still gonna get this in the Bible. So now let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Let's get it. Let's get to it. Did you ever find out what other chapter that was in? The law? I mean, not the law, but curses. All right.
Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah. So, most of our people know curses can be found in Deuteronomy 28. And today we're going to get a little bit better understanding on those. You understand? But you can also find the curses in Leviticus chapter 26. Leviticus chapter 26 also gives us the curses, and we'll get a little bit into those today too. Now, quick question. What is the reason we want to know these curses? Anybody can answer, or you can answer. Why do we want to know these curses?
Because these curses identify who the Most High children is, who God's people is by the curses.
All right. Sounds good. Prove it.
So these curses shall be a sign. I'm going to go to Deuteronomy 28.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Deuteronomy 28.
Yep.
Verse 1.
No. We're going to go to Deuteronomy 28 and what is it? 44 or 45? Let me see. Yeah, 45 through 46. Deuteronomy 28, 45 through 46. Let's go there first. We'll go from there.
Deuteronomy 28.
If you're ready, you can read it.
Verse 46.
Start at 45.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45.
Uh-huh.
Moreover,
right?
All these curses shall come upon thee.
Now it says, all these curses shall come upon thee. Now, all the curses that it's talking about, we're going to go into in a little bit. You understand? But right now, the understanding and the purpose of these curses. You understand? Well, one of the bigger understandings are purposes. Because really, the main purpose for these curses is what? What's the main purpose?
Identify with God's children.
Mm-hmm.
The purpose?
Like the real purpose, like what?
Because we broke God's
is punishment.
People.
Exactly. Right. The real reason is just flat out. We get cursed because we're being punished. Why are we punished? Because we disobeyed. But they also serve another purpose, which is vital to every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man living on this side of the Western Hemisphere. And you might want to listen up. Now let's read this from the top.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 40. Moreover,
right.
All these curses shall come upon thee,
mm-hmm.
and shall pursue thee,
mm-hmm.
and overtake thee.
Wow, yeah.
Till thou be destroyed.
Till what?
Thou be destroyed.
These curses are going to come upon us, pursue us, and overtake us till we be destroyed. This is why in the hoods and the ghettos. This is why we stuck working those 9 to 5s. This is why we stuck Can't get our family structure right. This is why we stuck literally burying family members every other week, every other month. You understand? This is why we stuck serving a white God. Because these curses have come upon us and they're overtaking us. They pursued us till we are destroyed, and not just destroyed like in physically, but it can be physically, mentally. Most of all, is spiritual. You understand? How do we know? Because you can't tell no Christian none of our people that's Christians, you can't tell them nothing about sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, that's their Lord and Savior. But then you ask them anything about sweet Jesus, they know nothing. They give you what the white man has portrayed to them. And that's how you understand that these curses have overcome them. They no longer have the logic of God, but the logic of their oppressor. And that's what's killing us. Let's read a little bit more on that.
Till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, because we hearken is not unto the voice of the Lord our God. You understand? We didn't listen to the Most High. We thought it was all right to serve Christmas. It's my birthday. Serve me today. You understand? We thought it was all right to sell drugs, do drugs. We thought it was cool. Are we just trying to get through another day? Well, now you're going to understand why Big Mama got that high blood pressure. Why she had to get her leg amputated, her arm amputated. You understand? You understand why your brother, why he died in that car wreck or that shootout. You understand? Because we didn't want to listen to the God that has control of all of it. And that's what's hurting us. But we're about to get into it a little bit tonight. Let's keep reading.
Because thou hast hearkened not unto the voice the Lord thy God to keep his commandments.
To do what?
To keep his commandments.
The commandments of America.
His commandments.
Commandments of Ohio.
His commandments.
Commandments of the world.
His commandments.
His commandments. That's what we didn't keep. We didn't keep the Sabbath holy, man. We didn't keep Passover, man. We didn't keep the Day of Atonement. Hey, guess what? We didn't keep our women pure. The scripture says there should not be a whore of the daughter of Zion. Our women are literally the exact opposite of that. In today's world, if you got a woman that only slept with 10 men, boy, hey, you found a good one. You can find it. I doubt it. Lord be with you. In today's world, our women, listen, got 4, 5 kids, 2, 3, 4 baby daddies, and talking about where the good men at. Still in their mind think they need a good man. In today's world, guess what? Men don't want to be men. They wear skinny jeans and purses. And the other half of them wear skinny jeans, purses with makeup. This is today's world. Everything's tossed upside down, man. And this is why we can't elevate, man. We can't take our people nowhere. As far as taking us to another level, financially, spiritually. You understand? Mentally. We value everything God hates. Why would the one true God honor the people that he loves when they honor and value everything that he hates? It makes no damn sense, man. Well, we're going to get it today. Let's go. Where we at? Verse.
To keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
Right.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
He said what? Read that a little louder.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
What is the day that shall be upon thee? What's that day?
The curses.
The curses. Right. They shall be upon thee for a sign. Read.
And for a wonder.
What is a sign and a wonder? Can you give me the definition for sign and then give me the definition for wonder? You can. Yeah, you can. You can. Let's see what it's talking about. Let's see what it says. The scripture says, verse 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder. Meaning, while you going through these curses, this is a sign and a wonder. What is that telling us? We're supposed to see something in this, man. Go ahead. Or Go ahead, get the definition.
Said for a sign. Let's see.
Yeah. Second up. Go sweat. Let me see.
Oh, it could pull up.
If you pull up, that's cool. Go ahead, you get signed. Oh shoot. You should have to do all that. I'll get wonder, you get signed.
Say sign, signal,
A what?
a signal,
A signal. What else?
a sign,
A sign.
a distinguishing mark.
A distinguishing mark, meaning this is supposed to tell us something very important. This is a distinguishing mark. These curses that we're going through is supposed to tell us something very important. Us dying from heart disease, high blood pressure, black on black violence, single parent homes, what else? Drug addiction. You understand? What else? Sexually transmitted disease. This is a sign, that is a distinct sign supposed to tell us something very important, man. So now let's get a wonder. See what that's talking about. So we got sign, something distinguished, something very peculiar, something supposed to be telling us something very important. It's a signal to something. What's the wonder?
Sign is a wonder, a sign, a miracle.
A sign, a miracle. So when we go through these curses and when we read these curses, we're supposed to, it's some type of miracle that's supposed to happen here.
Two is a wonder, a special display of God's power.
A special display of God's power. There we go right there. That's good on that. So it says, let's read verse 46 again. Go ahead.
Chapter 28, verse 4, a wonder.
Right.
Upon thy seed forever.
Now that's the thing right there. It's going to be upon thy seed forever. Whoever's going through this ain't just a thing. It's going to be upon their seed forever. You understand? This miracle. You understand? This distinguished thing that is supposed to be telling us that's very important. Well, let's go through these curses and see if we can figure out what this thing is trying to tell us.
Offspring.
Say what?
I was just telling you the definition of seed was offspring.
Right, yeah. Seed is offspring. Right. Yep. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. All right. So now let's get into it a little bit. Where are we at?
This is verse 47.
No. Yeah, we good there. We might get there, but let's start from the beginning of the curses. So now let's start at verse 15. Let's read verse 15.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
right,
to observe and to do all his commandments.
Right. We are to observe and to do all, not some, all his commandments. Anything that we can do, we must do. You understand? Now we understand as a man, a woman being separate for 7 days ain't gonna pertain to us. We don't bleed. But for that woman, she should be. You understand? And that's being separate from the holy place, the holy things. Whether it's a high holy day, or like when we had our temple.
Which I command thee this day.
Right. Remember earlier we read this day, the heaven and the earth choose life. Well, let's see. Instead of choosing life, we chose death. You're about to understand it right now. Go ahead.
That all these curses shall come upon thee,
right,
and overtake thee.
That goes in exactly what we just read in 45. They're gonna come upon us and overtake us, meaning we will live in these curses. We have went generations upon generations of living nothing. You understand that? Meaning we have chosen death from the first breath to the last breath. All we did was survive life, survive death, till we essentially die. That's all. We haven't got to live life yet. And that's our problem. This is why we're teaching this class, because we want our people to come to life. But first, you got to understand where you are. And these curses are going to make it plain as day. So let's get 16.
This is verse 16.
Right.
Cursed shall thou be in the city,
Right.
and cursed shall thou be in the field.
So the first curse it says, "Cursed shall thou be in the and cursed shall thou be in the field." Break that down. What's that mean?
I mean, basically, everywhere we go, we're gonna be cursed. We're gonna be cursed in the city. People gonna be against us in the city. We're gonna have problems in the city. I mean, and then not just if we leave the city, we try to head out to the country in the fields, and we ain't gonna be able to escape the curse.
Okay. So tell me how we're cursed. So you're right, but you want to break it down and make it real life for the people. Tell them how they cursed in the city.
Cities, we shot down. They was just talking about today how white folks commit actually a lot more crimes than the individual black man, and we get more time than any other nationality of people.
Yeah, and we shot by the cops.
Shot by the cops. Yeah. I mean, it's they children's service take our children from us.
Yeah.
Basically, we in the city, we survive. We work just to survive.
Exactly. See, that's good. That's how we're cursed in the city. Guess what? Also, every city that looks like it's not flourishing. It's considered a hood, a ghetto, a barrio, whatever. You understand? Our city is cursed. It takes them about 2 years to fix our streets. And that's good. That's doing good. If we get it 2 years. Guess what? You go out to that other side of town. Those streets look brand new. That thing take about 2.5 weeks tops, and that thing is done. You understand? Our school systems in the city. What about that? You understand? The funding ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? The value ain't the same. You say you went to a Dayton public school compared to a student. Let's say a student in the Dayton public school has a 3.5, and a student in the Kettering school district has a 3.5. What do you think that college is going to do? They going for that kid with the 3.5 out of Kettering. They know what's going on over there. They also know what's going on in their Dayton public school system. You understand? We're cursed in the city, man. Drugs, violence. You understand? They actually pump drugs, alcohol, and guns into our neighborhoods. Like, not us. Now, don't get me wrong. We get them. We buy them eventually. I give you all that. But they're pumped in by the oppressor. Pumped into our neighborhoods, man. Because we're cursed in the city. Now, how we cursed in the field?
I say we cursed in the field because sometimes a lot of them people that's in the field, the crops ain't growing right.
Right. Your crops can't grow we don't have acres to grow crops and sell no more. Our field is cursed. What's the biggest way that most people would understand that we cursed in the field? That's right. Don't be wrong. But what else?
This way I can explain.
No sweat. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, our crops. But guess what? We did about hundreds of years of slavery over here in the field. Cursed all day. Hands breaking, feet breaking, our women pregnant, barefoot, cursed in that field, man. Guess what? We were also lynched and hung in that field, man. You understand? We have been cursed in it till this day. They still hang us in the backwoods somewhere in a field somewhere, man. We are cursed in the field, man. In every aspect. So guess what? Mark that off. We fit all that. Remember, this is for a sign and a wonder, though. For a sign and a wonder. It's supposed to tell us something. All right. Give me a slide. Now let me get where is that? Give me 17.
This is verse 17. Cursed shall thou be thy basket and thy store.
Break that down. What's that mean? Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. What's that mean?
Ooh, sir.
I need blue letter real quick. Lock. Don't sweat. I wasn't there for it. Remember, all these curses have to be real life for us. You understand? What you looking at? Basket? Go ahead and get a definition if you got it.
Say basket.
You got no definition. Man, you know, so if you ain't got it, you do it. I thought it'd be in there. Again, any questions or comments, put them in the chat.
I ain't got a clue. So.
All right, no sweat. So it says, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." So, all right, think about what is thy store. What do you do? What's in your store?
Yes.
Well, these curses is hitting heavy. This is the Most High Christ. These curses is hitting heavy, hitting home. But if you got a store, what does Kroger's have? What does it have? Crops, food, clothing, pretty much everything you need, right? Thy store, right? And then thy basket. Well, in that basket, what do you usually do with the basket? Put everything you need in the basket, right? Same logic. Yours is cursed though. You understand?
Ain't too much going on.
Exactly. You're right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you like you said, I ain't got no store. Oh man, I just seen the curse hit heavy. I ain't got no store. And guess what? It's crazy because that's the logic of our people. And you know what? It's a law that our people mess up so much because we think so small because we ain't never had nothing like this on a large scale like what he talking about. You understand? Like the law that talks about what is that? There's no buying and selling on the Sabbath. No sweat. Go ahead. There's no buying or selling on the Sabbath. What's that? Well, our people think buying a cheeseburger is what it's talking about. No, this is major business, man. Buying and selling on the Sabbath is major business. And a lot of our people can't wrap our minds around it because we ain't never had nothing major. And that ain't a knock on our people, but that's just letting you know these curses is hitting you a lot more heavier than you realize. You understand? When you talk about buying and selling on the Sabbath, it's talking about literally the type of stuff Walmart would do with a Kmart or a Myers or something like that, or with the farm or something like that, like actual business happening. Buying a cheeseburger or a pair of shoes ain't got nothing to do with that. That's irrelevant. Ain't no buying it. That's nothing. But that just goes to show how our people have been destroyed, and these curses are actually hitting us to this day. You understand? So it says, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." You understand? We actually had ownership of things. So look at your store like a storehouse, like where you would store all your goods, this, that, and the third. Your basket is what you would take into that store and take out your goods and put them in there, this, that, and the third. We don't even have that no more. You understand? And that's what guess what? Just the fact that we ain't got that no more lets us know, yep, it's cursed. I don't even know what the heck it's talking about. Lord Christ. All right. Now, skip me down to verse 20.
This is verse 20.
Now, listen to this one very carefully.
"The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexations, and rebuke, and all that thou sittest thy hand unto for to do.
Right.
Until thou be destroyed.
Right.
And until thou perish quickly."
Now, what's that going into? Look up the word vexation.
I'm going to say disease.
Go ahead. We're going to get the definition of
confusion,
vexation.
Destitute.
Right.
Discomfort, destruction.
Exactly. Cursing, vexation, rebuke. Guess what? We're confused. Our mind, you understand? We don't even understand that we can't be African American, but then proudly call ourselves African American. We can't even understand who we were before slavery. You understand? We think we're African. This is a cursing, a vexation, a rebuke. You understand? That's been put upon us. We check that one definitely. You understand? Finish that verse out.
And until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
That's the issue. We forsook the Most High God in this, man. We forsook the Most High God. This is why we go through this vexation, this confusion, this misunderstanding of life, because we forsook the Most High, man. And that's what's hurting us, man. That's what's hurting our community. Now, skip me down to 22. Now we're about to have a little fun with this one.
This is verse 22. And the Lord shall smite thee with the consumption.
What is it? All right, what is it? It says, smite thee with the consumption. What is a consumption?
Consumption is.
Yep, go ahead and get into it. What is a consumption?
A wasting disease.
A what?
A wasting disease.
What is AIDS?
A wasting disease.
Herpes?
A wasting disease.
Cancer?
A wasting disease.
See, there ain't nothing new under the sun, man. All because it wasn't called cancer, AIDS, this, that, and the third. Guess what? We've always had wasting diseases. Things you could catch, and if you had it for a minute and you couldn't cure it, you died. Well, guess what? There goes your AIDS right there. There goes your herpes right there. There goes your cancer, your, I don't know all these wasting diseases. Go ahead, read.
And with a fever.
Or with the fever. Fever? That's where COVID comes in. I get it now. Okay. That's where your malaria, your bird flu comes in. I get it now. So it was authorized by God. Go figure. Yeah, God authorized all of it. I don't care even if they took it in a lab and came up with it, or they was eating some nasty animals. Either way, God authorized it. Know that. You understand? Go ahead.
And with the inflammation.
Inflammation. What else? Go ahead.
And with extreme burning, and with the sword.
With an extreme burning. You ever heard the term you got burnt? Or she burning? Or he burning? All your little diseases that you think is this new school method, right there. All in verse 22. All in verse 22. Your cancers, your diabetes, your blood clots, high blood pressures, HIV, AIDS, whatever little diseases, gonorrhea, all that. It's right there. Chlamydia, clap, whatever. All of it's right there. It's all a curse from the Most High God. You understand? And why? Because we disobeyed him. So don't think that there is no answer to curing how we can cure our household or our communities from all this. Obedience is the way that we cure it. How do we know? Well, we just told us in verse 20 that these things happen is because of the wickedness of our doings. What does that mean? That we was worshiping some devil? No, but you were being a whore. You were sleeping with random women at your might and your will. You as a woman accepted more than one rod in you. You did that. You thought it was okay. You thought because you only accepted 2 or 3, you didn't do nothing wrong. You did that. And because of that, that's the wickedness of your doings. Oh, you high blood pressure, diabetes. Oh, you ate that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You enjoyed it. You loved it. You made new ways to make it, hook it up, cook it. You a chef with it. Yeah, you did all that. You did that because that was the wickedness of your doings. That's what it's talking about. This thing is real life, man. You do these things, you're going to get these diseases, this consumption, the fever, all that. You know, when they said that COVID came out, what did they say? Some Chinese people was eating bat and something else or something, right? Well, guess what? You know why that was able to come to us? Because we like to eat abominable foods too. We do that too. So now it's just going to spread through the whole earth because the earth is nothing but a pure abomination. Simple. Very, very, very simple logic. You understand? Now, let's go to Leviticus 26. Leviticus 26. Let's see what we can get here. Leviticus 26. And let's start when you get there, Leviticus 26. Let's start at 15.
This is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And if ye shall despise my statutes,
Right.
or if your soul abhor my judgments,
Right. Abhor my judgments. Read.
so that ye will not do all my commandments,
Right.
but that ye break my covenant.
Right. What does it mean to abhor my judgments? You see what that word abhor is saying there? And this is a good, I actually like this because some people say hate, and hate may be a part of it, but if I say I hate I put it like this. If I say I hate the laws of God, but you see me keeping the Sabbath, you see me not whoring out my daughter, you see me keeping his laws, what good was that hate? There was no action behind that hate. Means
Say
nothing.
to loathe, to be defied, to reject.
To reject. These are actions. I can't just say I reject. I have to put an action behind my reject. I can't just say I defy it. I have to have an action showing me defy it. Well, what's the action showing that you hate them? Eating the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. What's the action? Women literally putting more than one rod in them for the rest of their days. What's the action? A man sleeping with multiple women and not keeping any of them. What's the actions? Selling or doing drugs. You understand? These are the actions that actually. Let's just stick. But these are the actions actually that we take to show that we defy, or what else they say?
Defy.
On the definition. Yeah, no sweat. I said defy.
It's 26. Right?
Yep. Or yeah, Leviticus 26:15. The definition for abhor. It said defy.
It said
or reject, I think.
It said to reject. Or to be defied.
Okay.
To reject as loathsome, show aversion.
Show. It said show. This is an action. So and the reason why I wanted to go there because people don't understand that abhor is not just hating. It doesn't just say hate. It literally gives words of action. Why do I bring this up? Because we know they don't abhor an Edomite. Well, guess what? We don't abhor an Edomite. You understand? It didn't say I don't hate an Edomite. It said do not abhor an Edomite. You understand? And we don't reject them. We don't defy them. We don't do any of that. We don't really want to do nothing with them at all. You understand? That's how we feel. So we got to get that understanding down. Now, back to the scripture. It says, so now it says, do not abhor my judgments. What does that mean? It's not just saying, don't hate it. Now, you shouldn't hate it. But guess what? It's saying don't put action towards defying his judgments, going against his judgments. What's those actions? Like I said, eating the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Going to that Christian church on Sunday. You understand? Sleeping with multiple women and not keeping them. Women sleeping with more than one man. You understand? There's no excuse for our women to have 4, 5 kids with 2, 3, 4 baby daddies. That is literally abhorring the judgment of the Most High God. When he blatantly said, there shall be no whores of the daughters of Zion. We are literally abhorring his law. And this is why we are going through what we're going into. All right, go ahead. Read rest 16.
This is verse 16.
Right.
I also will do this unto you.
Right.
I will even appoint over you terror.
Right.
Consumption.
Right. We just went through that.
The burning
ague.
Ague.
What's that mean? So let me find it out.
Let's see what ague.
The burning ague. We already know what that consumption meant. You understand? This is why we have the STDs, the cancers, and all that. We understand what that consumption is. Something that's going to take over our body and destroy us, kill us. You got that definition?
Yeah, so it's inflammation, disease, burning.
Same thing Deuteronomy 28 said, right? Just a different word. This is why these diseases are here, man. Go ahead, read.
Verse
16.
16. And it shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of the heart.
Right, cause sorrow of the heart. Now your people sad for you because you got AIDS or because you got cancer, because you got this, that, and the third. When in reality, that was on you. Nobody told you to eat that portion of crab and lobster. Nobody told you to smoke them cigarettes. Nobody told you to do them drugs. Nobody told you to drink alcohol in that much or that much alcohol or however it was, whatever it took you out. There's a disobedience. I guarantee you, with every death that comes from a disease, there was a disobedience that preceded it. You understand? Before you got that cancer of the liver, I guarantee you, you was drinking alcohol outrageously. You understand? Before you got those AIDS, you was having wild, crazy sex with either people or things that you shouldn't have been. There was a disobedience that came before that disease. And this is what this is telling us. So we find it already 2 times in the law where he's telling us, yo, you disobey me, I'm going to bring on your STDs. I'm going to bring on your HIV, your AIDS, your cancers, and all that. Is that not, did we not just find this in the Bible? It's been there for years. We just like to forsake the Most High in his truth, in his law. And that's what's hurting us. Go ahead, read. Let's get a little bit more.
Cause sorrow of the heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it.
Where
17?
Yeah,
16.
16.
Oh, yeah, 16, 17.
Oh, yeah, you shall sow your seed in vain. Yeah, what's that mean?
Sow your seed in vain?
Right. You shall sow your seed in vain. What's that mean?
I guess my children gonna be cursed.
No, that's good. Yeah. You shall sow your seed in vain. Like sowing your seed, and it can be twofold because it's not just your children, your crops, your anything. It's in vain, meaning it's gonna come to nothing. You know what I'm saying? We out here having kids, and of course we want the best for them, but at the end of the day, they end up like us or worse. You understand? You want to grow a garden, this, that, and the third. Shoot, for some reason, there's a pestilence that comes to get you every harvest or whatever. I mean, we sow our seed in vain. What does vain mean? Nothing. For nothing. It amounts to nothing. This is a curse on us. You understand? Go ahead and read 17.
17. And I will set my face against you.
And that's what's going on. The Lord has set his face against us because we disobey him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the logic of today's independent, proud woman saying men don't protect us no more. But you don't want to come up under a man. But you then still want the man to protect you. But you don't want to adhere nor listen to the man. Well, he's going to turn his face against you. I don't have nothing to do with you no more. You're independent. A part of independent is you protect yourself too. That's the same logic we're taking here, meaning don't cry out to God if you're going to still eat the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, sell the drugs, do this, that, and the third, because you're not adhering or coming up under that God. You're up under a different God, a fake God. So you can't then wonder why your kids are getting shot down in the street or why your kids grow up to be worse than you, this, that, and the third. Because you don't want to adhere to the God that can fix that. It's the exact same logic. All right, where you at?
It said, I will set my face against you, right, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
Right. Shall be slain before your enemies. What's that mean?
Mean that shit, our enemies gonna kill us. Because we ain't keeping the Most High the laws, and he mad at us, so he letting our enemies kill us.
Exactly, and that's exactly what it means. Now give me at least 2 or 3 examples of real life examples of this.
Of our enemies killing?
Yep.
The Breonna girl sitting in the
Breonna
house,
Taylor.
Police come up and just gun her down in the house.
Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin,
Let's go on. I mean, it's so many, for instances, you can use.
I ain't gonna lie, you right. Exactly. So guess what? That's literally lucky. That's literally what it's talking about. Our enemies is just killing us for sport dang near at this point. And it's not much of anything we can do about it. All right, now yeah, go ahead and finish it off.
They that hate you shall reign over you.
Oh, that's a heavy one. This is a curse. Remember that. Because our disobedience, one of the curses is they that hate us shall reign over us. What's one of the one things they near every camp, and I'm gonna continue to say it until somebody give me a legit answer. I would love for somebody to show me how anybody can show a people they hate them more than the white man has showed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans they hate us. I would love to see how. What more can you do? Can you what? What you gonna do? Lynch me? Hang me from a tree? You gonna do enslave me? What? Steal all my property? What? Lie? Deceit? Rape my kids? Feed them to alligators? What you gonna do? I don't know what more they can do to show that they hate us. Well, this is a curse. You understand? This is a curse. Something flying around again? Okay. No sweat. Oh, yeah. But yeah, this is a curse. It's right here in the Bible. Everything we live, right here. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin. You understand? I forget. Was it in Minnesota? Philando Castillo. I forget his name. The brother that got, to me, it sticks out because the brother they shot this man's car up, and he had his rib and his daughter in the back seat, man. You understand? Like that, to me, that still gets me. How could you possibly think this man is trying to harm something? And he's leading with his homies, he with his family, man. And they had no mercy on this brother. Read that again. What did it say is gonna happen? They that hate thee.
It said, they that hate thee, they that hate you,
right,
shall reign over you.
They reign over us, man. Every president looks like them. Every monetary bill has one of them on it, man. Even down to they coins, man. Because they want you to know that I reign over you, man. I own you. You only get to do what I tell you to do. We got the greatest athletes making all this money, and guess what? They own and look like somebody that couldn't even think about dribbling the ball or running a 40-yard dash, man. Because they reign over us, man. This is a curse. Man, I would love for the Lord allow, and I know he probably ain't because he could give a damn about a sport. But I would love for him to put the spirit in about just 10 to 20 of them brothers and say, we making our own league. Because I guarantee you, it would trump their league. If you take us out the NBA, NFL, baseball, whatever, if you take us out of there, do you know they are done? They can't make no more money. What you gonna advertise? Kevin Love? I mean, what? Who? A kicker? I mean, you got Tom Brady, but he need a brother to throw it to. What you gonna do? You stuck. You done. Come on, man. Our brothers ain't got that spirit in them, man. They ain't got that fight. You know why? Because they reign over us, man. To where you don't even think about it. You just want to get your little piece of the pie. You don't even think about rulership, man. Our people don't even think about rulership. LeBron and all that LeBron done did, man, he ain't thinking about rulership. He just trying to make sure he and his can survive, man. Think about that. You are literally bigger, stronger, faster than any owner in the dang on league. And you don't even think about rulership. You think about what? Not ruling it, but just making sure you get what you feel you deserve. That's because you've been reigned over by people that hate you, man. For you to even have that logic, man. But guess what? That's a curse in the Bible that we live to this day. You understand? You think about it in your life. In your life, what? You go work that 9 to 5, man. You know the managers and the owners could give a damn about you. As soon as you piss them off, you be gone that day. They'll replace you tomorrow, man. and they still gonna make theirs. They don't care how you feed your family. They don't care how you feed your daughter or your son or your wife. They don't care. That's irrelevant. You piss them off. They know they reign over you. You're done. They don't care. This is what we live in. Go ahead.
They do it to the athletes all the time. They
Hell
can't
yeah.
even say what they want to say.
Yeah, they can, right. They ain't even got freedom of speech. Ain't that in their little law thing, their constitution? Freedom of speech? And
They reign over us.
Exactly. That's how you know you get reigned over. They make a law say freedom of speech, and guess what? You ain't got freedom of speech. And you know you ain't got freedom of speech. And we gonna make a law saying freedom of speech. And you still better not say nothing, boy. LeBron, you better not say nothing, boy. You understand? They know. That's how they reign over us. The Lord said he was going to do that because we disobeyed. That's simple. Check that box. We definitely got that one on. Oh, yeah, 17? Or what was that? Was that 7? What was that?
And ye shall flee when none pursue you.
What was that, the end of 17?
That was the end of 17.
Okay, we already know that. Yeah, so now go to 19. 19.
This is Deuteronomy this is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 19.
Right. Yep.
And I will break the pride of your power.
What does that mean? I will break the pride of your power.
I guess pride, the things we're going through is gonna break us.
Definitely has, and it does. So I'll break the pride of your power. Think about when we were in some form of power, when we had our own nation. Did he not break that? Tore that thing up. He broke the pride of our power, because that's where our power was, in each other. Our power was in having a government body, a leader. You know what I'm saying? Knowing when I look to this side, in front of me and behind me, I'm looking at Black, Hispanic, and Native American families. Knowing that I have power and coming together with the 12 tribes. You broke the pride of that. That's done. You ain't got that no more. Now you look around, you see Black, Hispanic, Native American, you make sure them niggas ain't doing nothing to you. You ain't got that pride no more in yourself. You understand? You got more pride in your oppressor that reigns over you than you got in yourself. Oh, I think we checked that one off too. I don't know why. For some reason, it seems like we checking off all these. I don't know why. Maybe it's to tell us something. Maybe it's for a sign and a wonder. We're going to see. Go ahead, read. 19. Just 19. Read from the top of 19.
And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron, and your earth as brass.
That is so heavy, man. That is heavy. Because it says, I will make your heaven as brass, and your earth, or your heaven is iron, and your earth is brass. That tells me one thing. Well, that tells me a couple things. This heaven that I must be having ain't this magical place that I'm going to float away to. This heaven that he's going to make that he said was mine as iron, it must be on earth. It's got to be. When we had rulership, we had heaven on earth. When we had a dominant military force, we had heaven on earth. Listen, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans like, what the hell are you talking about? We ain't never had it. I know, because you only know the curses. That's why I started this off saying we went generations upon generations of nothing but the curses. I'm talking about before that. King David, King Solomon, and I think maybe a king or two after him. We had a mighty military force. Nobody wanted to mess with it. Listen, the Lord made us for that. Like us men of Israel are we're made to be tough. We're not made to be soft and effeminate. The Lord ain't make us like that. This is why they try to effeminize us today in this world. Because the Lord literally said he made us for that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring it out real quick. Let me go ahead. Okay, let's get Judges. What do I want? Do I want Judges? I feel like I want something before that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to get it real quick. Select. Let me get. Oh, that's not what I want. Matter of fact, let's give me Judges 3-1. We're gonna make it real quick.
This is Judges chapter 3, verse 1. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them.
What's that mean? Just right there. Now these are the nations that the Lord left to prove Israel by them. Oh, this is about to get real. This is about to go against everything America done taught you. It's in the Bible. Yeah, blue. I told you to get that blue letter a long time ago. That thing come in handy. You want proof. Look up that proof.
To test, try, prove.
To test or to try. That's all you need right there. So it says, now these are the nations which the Lord left to test or to try Israel by them. So what is he testing us and trying us for? See if we're going to love everybody? To see if we can make world peace? What is he testing and trying us for? Let's see what the Lord is doing. Can you read?
Even many of Israel has not known all the wars of Canaan.
Right. So now what's that telling you? Even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan. Remember, we in Judges. So before that, remember, we had to go for the land of Israel. Remember, that was considered, quote unquote, the land of Canaan at that time before we got there. So those are the wars of Canaan that it's speaking about when we went to go take over that land. What does it mean to war? We had to put in work, but what does it mean to war? Like if we war against something or somebody or a nation, what are we doing? We killing, we fighting, we strapped and ready to go, right? We fighting, killing, right? So when it says to prove or to try Israel by them, remember it says these are the nations which the Lord left, meaning he didn't completely kill them, he left them. What did he leave them for? To try Israel. To try them for what? For war. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted us to make sure y'all niggas ain't getting soft, are you? I got a nation over here. I'll go get them right now. You bet not let them come in. You understand? What did it say in Exodus? The Lord is a man of
war.
Well, what do you think his men are? Do we not represent the Lord? So what do you think we are? That's why you have that strong aggressive streak, black man. Oh, it's meant to be there. But you're also meant to know how to control it as a true man of war. Oh, keep reading. Give me verse 2. Give me verse 2, then we're going to get back to it.
This is verse 2. Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know.
What shall they know?
Oh, to teach them war.
To teach them the world peace.
To teach them war.
To teach them we are the world.
To teach them war.
The Lord wants to teach us war. So that means he wants to, what did it say? Only that the generations of the children of Israel may know. Only. Like, this ain't, don't sugarcoat this. This is only for this. They're only left these nations only so that you might know how to war. So that you won't be no sucker. So that you won't be soft. So that you'll know how to throw them things, man. So that you'll know how to defeat a nation, man, and protect yours. That's why the Lord did that. And King David was one of the coldest to ever do it. Now, that's a whole different teaching topic, but I'm just letting you know. This is what this is about. The Lord wants us to be real men, not skinny jeans and purses and makeup. Real men that at any given point in time is ready to throw them things, man. At any given point in time. Read. Let's finish out 2. Yeah. Read 2 from the top.
It said, only that the generations of the children of Israel might know.
Right.
To teach them war.
Mm-hmm.
At the least, such as before knew nothing thereof.
Meaning, if our generation know war, right? But 3 generations down, our great grandchildren or whatnot, because we knew war, we were so good at it. Guess what? They don't have to do.
They ain't got to put in no war.
They ain't got to go to war. But the Lord said, I'm going to find a way around that. These niggas is right here. And now we too old to war. This their generation time.
Right.
So it can't go on us no more. We too old.
Right.
Y'all niggas better get out there. I ain't taking no soft shit. I don't care what generation it is.
Uh,
The Lord is a man of war. And so is his troopers, man. Understand that, man. Let's get back to the topic, man. I don't understand why. Listen, the Lord wants his men to be the exact opposite of a man of America. Ain't nothing soft about us. Ain't nothing sugar-coated about us, man. It's just we know how to control it. That's it. Now, where we at? Leviticus 26. It was, I think, what, 17 or 19? Set my face, 17, 19. Yeah, let's go back to 19. Let's go back to 19. Read that again if you could.
This is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 19. And I will break the pride of your power.
We went over that.
And I will make your heavens as iron and your earth as brass.
That kind of go down. That's twofold, because not only does this let you know your heaven is here, but it also tells you here will also be your hell. Here, you will also be locked up in jail. You understand? Brass and iron. That's them jail cells we see. Good Lord. I mean, I don't know how many times I done seen them. You probably seen them a time or two yourself. I know. Man. Lord be with you. It's part of the game. It's part of disobedience. You know, we all done went through it. Most blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, especially men, and a lot of our women too, have seen them jail cells. Well, I don't care if it was just a weekend, a day, whatever. You're going to see these jail cells. Because that's who they were made for, us. You understand? That's who they was made for. They have us. They wouldn't need it. They got us. So, you know, they make billions and trillions of dollars every year of making sure that we locked up and we fill them jail cells up and them prison cells up. Too much money in that. So, that right there, this verse lets you know that your heaven is on earth, but because you just screwed up, your heaven has become that hell called the jail cell. Where we at? Let me see. It's a lot. I gotta look at it right here. All right, let me get give me 22. 22, then we're gonna jump back to
this is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 22. I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children, and destroy your cattle, and make you few in numbers, and your highways shall be desolate.
Man, that's heavy. He said wild beasts. What are the wild beasts? What are these wild beasts?
Say other nations.
Boom. These other nations. Don't think of no animals. I mean, you think of animals because that's what they are too. But these wild beasts that he sent against us, these are nations. These are people. These are other men. Men that are not made to be as mighty as you, that still came and overtook us. You understand, black man? That's what he's saying. And what did he say? They shall rob you of your children. They literally put our children on the, what was that during slavery? The selling, the auction block. The what? The auction block. They literally put our children on auction block as if that meant nothing to us. And then they told you to get over it because they reign over us. You could care less about us. Like he said earlier, they literally come take our children. What was it? Children's services, right? They actually think because they reign over us, they have a say-so in how we raise our children. You understand? What else did it say? It said, we shall rob you of your children and destroy your cattle. You gotta understand, destroying your cattle is literally like destroying your business, your banking, your everything. Why? Because of course they did destroy our cattle, but that was how we made our money. This is how we fed our family. This is how we knew if a man was rich, we seen a lot of cattle. If that man wasn't rich, guess what? We only seen a couple of them things. Then this was literally the structure of our business, the foundation of our business. And they destroyed all that, man. They destroyed all that, man. You understand? And this is what we got to put up with till this day. Now they got the businesses. Now they got that foundation that we had built off of our slavery. And they reign over us in it, man. while we work a 9 to 5 and try to put a smile on our people's face, man. You understand? Now let's go back to Deuteronomy. All right. Oh shoot. Now let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 28.
28.
Well, let me get 23. I just want to show that these verses go hand in hand. Let me get 28 and 23.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And thou heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron.
Literally the exact same verse we just seen in Leviticus 26. So understand that these curses can be found in Deuteronomy and in Leviticus. Leviticus 26, Deuteronomy 28 is very important in understanding who you are and what you're going through in modern time. This is modern time. I know this was written thousands of years ago, but the same God that ruled back then is the same God ruling now. And he understood what these words was going to mean for the people going through it during that time. We are those people. So now skip me down to verse 28, if you could, Mokasha.
This is verse 28, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28.
Yep.
And the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of the heart.
Now, what's that mean? It's like, you want to turn that off, you can. I forgot it was on. Yeah. I forgot. They're gonna remote right there. It's a lot. I sent you over. I was like, what's wrong with the? Oh man, I forgot that thing. Yeah, I turned it on earlier, but shoot, I forgot all about it. Yeah, so I'll read it one more time. This is Deuteronomy 28:28. It said, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and with blindness and astonishment of heart. This is something you live to this day. This is why you can't see that the ISUPK is the home of the truth. This is why you can't see that living by the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God is vital to everyday living. You understand? Because of this curse right here that our people go through. And then after that, give me
it said a figurative of wild and helpless panic.
What word you got? Which word did you look up?
Oh, I looked up madness.
All right, madness. All right, go ahead. What did it say?
It said a figurative of wild and helpless panic.
A figurative of wild and helpless panic. Okay, yeah, we go through that too. Yeah.
Yeah, we panic all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, we stay in a state of panic. What I'm gonna do? How I'm gonna make it? You understand? Man, what they gonna do with these kids? They taking my kids. You understand? Or my man left me, my woman cheating, whatever. You understand? We stay in that. Read 28 again.
Okay. And the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of the heart.
Look up that word astonishment for me. Look up astonishment if you could, Locus. Again, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the chat. We'll definitely answer them for you.
It say bewilderment. And what's that?
Astonishment, bewilderment, stupefaction. Dang, should have gave definitions for those. But basically, that means amazement. You're gonna be amazed at what's going on in your life. You almost like you're taken back. You're blown back. You're blown back that you stuck in the hoods and the ghettos. You're blown back that, man, these people make so much money out here and I get so little. You're blown back that maybe you single mother stuck with 5 kids and 3-4 baby daddies. Understand the astonishment. You understand? Because how did you get in this situation? You don't know. Well, guess what? That's a part of these curses. And if I could, give me Isaiah 29 and 9.
This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 9.
Right.
Stay yourselves and wonder.
Remember, for a sign and for a wonder. Now he's saying, stay yourselves. Chill out. Wonder. Because you're in this state now. It's time to do that wondering. You understand? It's time to see the signs and the wonder. Read.
Cry ye out and cry.
Right.
They are drunken.
Be drunken.
but not with wine.
but not with the wine.
They stagger,
We're staggering like we drunk.
but
We
not
can't
with
get it
the
right,
strong drink.
but not because of the strong drink. Read verse 10.
Verse 10. For the Lord had poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
The spirit of what?
Deep sleep.
That's why you staggering. That's why you're staggering through life. You understand? This is why you're drunken. You understand? Because you got the spirit of deep sleep on you. The Lord has poured out that spirit of deep sleep on us, and now we think it's okay to be a Christian. We think it's okay to sell and do drugs. We think it's okay. Women take more pride in being a whore than they do a housewife. Like a woman would rather be a proud, independent woman before she be a housewife. Amazing. This is the time period we in. Like what the Lord made you for, that's basic. Don't nobody want to do all that. I don't even know why he made somebody for that. But what the Lord told you don't be, well, I understand why. I know you don't understand why. Because you got the spirit of what?
Deep sleep.
You in the spirit of deep sleep. That's why you can be a whore and proud. Not because it's normal. Not because it makes sense. Not because somebody gonna love it. Because you got the spirit of deep sleep. You understand? That astonishment, that madness has come upon you. This is the state that we in, man. Go ahead, finish it out.
And had closed your eyes.
Closed your eyes. You couldn't see if you wanted to see. Read.
The prophets and your rulers, the seers, had he covered.
And that's what this is. So we can bring out this truth all day. If the Lord ain't opened your eyes and took you out of that spirit of deep sleep, I can read this and break it down all day. And I'm going to be honest, the men in the UPK break this thing down to a T. But you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. Because disobedience is what you dwell in. You understand? You obey America before you obey God. And that's always going to hurt you. Now let's get back to Deuteronomy. I just wanted to bring out that precept with that. All right, so now let's go to 32, verse 32. Deuteronomy 28.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and their eyes shall look and fail with the longing for them all day long. And there shall be no might in thy hand.
There should be what?
No might in thy hand.
And that's exactly what we're going through now. You understand? Like you said, children's services come take your child. You understand? Woman can put you on child support. I mean, you can't do nothing about that. Even back then, like I said, they had them on auction blocks. They had our children on auction blocks. You understand, man? Next time you see them, mother smacking. No. Them mother having too much fun. But that's the reality of it. You understand? It said, and listen what it said, thy sons, thy daughters shall be given unto another people. This is letting you know that we ain't all human. It's not just one race, human race. They are another people. And our children do not belong to them. So when our children are going through what's that system where they adoption services, they should not be given unto another people. But another people love getting our children and getting paid for it and treating our children horrible. You understand? Horrible. That's the curse of the Most High God, man. That's the curse of the Most High God right there, man. Remember, this stuff is for a sign and for a wonder, to tell us who we are, to wake us up to our true nationality. Because the only people that went through this were not African Americans. We're not Hispanics. We're not Native Americans. They were the children of Israel. And that's who you have to come back to being. Not African American, not Hispanic, not Native American. You have to come back to being the children of Israel. Judah, Issachar, Levi. You understand? That's who he called. And because we don't even understand the logic of what that means is why we still endure these curses. All right, give me give me 37, verse 37, 28, 37.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Cool. So now what's that mean?
I mean, everywhere we go, we gonna be astonishment, guys. I mean, we looked at it, guys sagging their pants. We became African Americans.
Right.
I ain't gonna say because we've been getting called niggas. We became,
but I mean
niggas.
that niggas. That I mean, obviously we have been getting called niggas longer, but that came during the Roman time period. You know what I'm saying? So even that would still be a byword, right? It's still a byword, just like African American, nigga, colored, spick, whatever. You understand? These are all bywords that we are called. We're in astonishment because listen, our men wear skinny jeans, purses, and makeup now. You understand? Something that they know. These oppressors know we would have never done. Our women go sleep willingly with whoever they want. And they know, these oppressors know they would have never did that without their help. You understand? We stuck on drugs. Our communities look like trash. You understand? These oppressors know that's not how we live. Oppressors didn't know learn how to live till they got with us anyway. You understand? So that's why we are in the astonishment. Look at where they are now. Look at how far they've fallen from grace. Good Lord. We really got them thinking that they're African American. We really got them thinking they're independent and proud. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Because we serve the oppressor in those with that spirit and with that mentality. All right. And yeah, it said among all nations. Listen, the Chinese, they don't think highly of us. They sell us cat and dog and all the nasty stuff. They don't care about us. The Arab, they got every corner store in the hood. You understand? East Indians, whoever you want to call it. Africans, they'll tell you you're nothing but a cotton picker. You understand? A kata is literally what they'll call you. Every nation, they don't like us. They hate us. We're an astonishment to them. You know what I'm saying? We're a byword. I mean, they always call us something to demean who we truly are. That's the curse of the Most High God. And that's because we do not live according to his will. Now, let's get give me 48. Let me get 48.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
Uh-huh.
Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies,
right,
which the Lord shall send against thee,
right,
in hunger,
right,
in thirst,
mm-hmm.
and in nakedness,
right,
and in want of all things.
Right.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
What's that mean?
They say, that the Most High was going to sit the oppressor, or I'm going to say the Edomites, or these other nations above us,
right,
and everything we need for water, we got to go to them. Right. They own all the food stores, we got to go to them.
Yep.
They own all the clothing stores, we got to go to them.
Yep.
Anything we need, we have to go to these other nations and go to them.
Even if you want to get married by their laws, you got to go to them. And everything you do, you got to go to them.
And I feel like the yokes of iron. We the only people that had the yokes of iron around our neck, and I'm gonna say by that yoke of iron being around our neck, led a lot of our people that had that Stockholm syndrome.
Right, that's exactly where that Stockholm syndrome comes from. Because guess what? For one, everything we do, we got to answer to them, and for one, that should give us the knowledge of knowing that they reign over us. We're subservient to them. Like, if everything we do, if I want to be a great athlete, I got to go to them and get tested on their stage. If I want to be a great singer, I got to go to them and get tested about their vocal skills or whatever, it is. Their record label. You understand? Anything I want to be great in, I got to go answer to whatever level that or standard that they set. Not that they set it by themselves being the talent, but they set because they reign over us. Meaning they have none of the talent, but all of the power. You see what I'm saying? And that's literally what this is talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they got this power over us, it's destroyed us. And now, like the brother said, man, we got that Stockholm syndrome, which is so heavy, man. So heavy. Let's get a little bit more. All right, so now let's go to hold on. Give me Give me 54.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards his wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
God. What's that mean?
I mean, brothers was gonna start getting on some soft stuff instead of saying we, having love for one another, one of us towards our brother, and
you want to know what you want to do? You want to see, like it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother. Meaning, it said, remember, because some is that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, meaning us, we're tender, you know what I'm saying, and delicate with each other. Oh, that's my brother. Like Captain Akar said in that glorious song you made, said me and my brother started arguing about who was gonna bite the bullet. You understand? We fighting to bite the bullet for each other. That's how we delicate and tender with each other. Like, now your life me more than my life. Now your life me more than my life. You understand? That among each other.
to each other.
Now, I'm the worst nightmare you ever seen. You understand? We just read how the Lord literally just kept these other nations around to see if we were still war ready. You understand? But with each other among you, nah, we're going to argue about who's going to bite that bullet. You know what I'm saying? His life means more than mine. Lord will, vice versa. That's what this is talking about. But now, instead of that, what did it say? Now that same brother, now he ain't looking at that man like that. He looking at his brother like that. Now his eyes evil towards his brother. You understand? Instead of that oppressor trying to oppress his brother. You understand? It says towards the wife of his bosom. Here go your single parent homes right here. There it is right there. Yeah, brothers got to take, women, yeah, listen, I ain't easy. Don't get me wrong. It ain't like y'all do y'all part and the man just leaves. No, y'all definitely bit your way into it. Salakia. But that's still that man's duty and responsibility to be there for his woman and his children. And a lot of men leave it because they become what you just talked about. That soft spirited man where he can't deal with how tough it's gonna be in this wicked society to raise up a family. He can't deal with it, so he run out. You know what I'm saying? And in that, because he done left his wife, which nags and does this, that, and the third all the time, what does he do? He leaves the remnant of his children. And we go through that. That's this plague dart. Huh?
If you know the curses is us, because we number one at that.
Exactly. We literally are number one in that, and that's unfortunate, man. That's heavy right there. We gotta fix that because our children is what matter, man, and our families is what matter. Man. Our children should see a mother and a father, even in tough times, because they should also see you work through those tough times to stay together, not grow apart. You understand? I think we covered. Remember, because of these curses, man, because of our disobedience, willing to die for you. And our women need that part again. Her
eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom.
Evil. Read.
And towards her son.
Oh, shoot.
And towards her daughter.
Do you know how it's evil towards the son and daughter? What's the biggest way it is evil towards the son and daughter today?